Scott, what we are talking about is posters who seem to express delight in the assassination, sometimes using the crudest of language, which has sparked a counter movement by others to flag these posts and then out these other individuals, particularly to their employers. One legal expert says whether it leads to someone's firing, though, could come down to the type of outfit they work for. Lucinda Finley is a professor of law at the University at Buffalo.
The First Amendment only applies to government action. So private employers, a private company, it's free to fire you if it's, unless it has a contract that says it has to be for cause, something related to your job performance. But government employers present a very different situation that the First Amendment does apply to.
Because they work for the government.
The Supreme Court said that when public employees are speaking as citizens, they have the First Amendment right to do that. And the employer, say the school, can discipline them for their speech only if the school board proves, not surmises or guesses, but actually proves that the speech caused a substantial, not minor, but substantial disruption of school functioning. And that's a fairly high bar to meet.
Are you saying that if you work for the government, that they can't tell you, hey, or fire you for mouthing off on social media and saying something that is generally viewed as offensive?
Just like the government couldn't punish any citizen, any member of society for posting something the government doesn't like on social media, they cannot punish their employees for doing that if, this is the big if the employee is speaking as a citizen.
It could be a different case if, for example, the teacher expressed an incendiary or offensive viewpoint in class.
That's speaking as part of your job, duties. For that, the employer, the government employer, has the same right to control what the employee says and does as a private employer.
Bottom line?
And I would remind people that just because you have a First Amendment right to say something doesn't mean it's a wise idea.
Because even if you don't lose your job, you could still lose.
You can lose the respect of your colleagues. You can lose a certain, trustful collegiality in the workplace. You can, lose the respect of your students. I think what teachers can do in times like this is to talk to people about the importance of free speech, but to say that doesn't mean we should be irresponsible.
This also raises a question that if a government employer has a social media policy, could an employee lose their job for violating that? Well, noting that policies aren't laws, Professor Finley is somewhat skeptical that those policies could stand up to the first law ever passed in this nation, the one that says Congress shall make no law abridging certain freedoms, including that of free speech. On your side of the newsroom, Dave McKinley, Channel 2 News.